Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego too. This is Paul and Rupert.
We're back.
We're coming out with a brand new thought, covered under the blood in which we...
Stop it.
Hey!
Second time again. Oh my goodness.
We're doing it again. Hey, let's start over again. Hey, welcome to Badman4Christ. Woo, you can see I'm still at work. That's how I'm doing. I'm still at work. I've got all these stuff over here. I'm still here working.
Welcome to our guests. Welcome to our show on this evening, everybody. Again, we're just delighted to have you to join in with us. Myself, Bishop Paul, and our overseer Rupert. We really and truly appreciate you're taking the time to share with us on tonight. Again, we gotta keep praying for our overseer. As you can see, as he said, he's still on the plantation. But beyond that, so how was your week other than just today being a really tough day?
Man, we came out of our 49th church anniversary. It was awesome. We had some awesome speakers, in which you were one of them, and we appreciate you on Saturday. You brought a great message on yesterday. We had a great message. So it was really good. We had a good weekend. We had a real good weekend. How about yourself? How are you doing? I know you had a busy weekend also.
Yes, I was up by you on Saturday. I went over to Apostle Patterson. Yeah, well, I ran into you as well, and he had a elevation service, and so the weekend was pretty heavy. But we thank God for this, for health and strength, and back again on Sunday, and the routine. But we're just grateful. Now, overseas,
before you bring the guests, are you back in the church yet? Because the weather's changing now. So are you?
Yes, we went back from not this 2 Sundays ago. Right. Yes, we're back in 2 Sundays ago, because the weather kind of the change in weather have us to move into the building. But we love the outside. Truly love the outside.
Okay.
We had talked about bringing a guest that would speak to us on missions. Remember, we were discussing who we could actually get to share with us, and so it so happened that my wife had brought attention to an activity that was taking place in Jamaica, which was on Facebook, and I looked at it and I thought it was very appropriate for what is it that we were actually looking at doing, because we want to bring guests that are best practice, not theory but hands-on. Yes. Those that have actually been doing the job. And so tonight I want to welcome to our Badman show our guest, Mr. Upton Brown, who is the president of Give Back Jamaica. And I'm delighted for him to come on in and join us. As I was mentioning, my wife had brought what he was doing in Jamaica to my attention, because she not that she was following Facebook, but she was following my family, and this is one of my younger brothers.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, Brown, there's some relation here. We need to bring this to the light. Amen. But we are so glad to have now. We did have a bunch of shows called The Mission is Possible, in which we had two of our faithful watchers, Pauline Moss and Albert Minnick, who came in and gave us 8 wonderful weeks of missions and a lot of stuff. But a lot of times the fan base they have may not be the same fan base we have. So we want to bring in somebody who has expertise doing it also. So it is good to have Brother Brown with us talking. And this is your younger brother, you said?
He's the brother that follows me. I have 4 siblings.
Okay, so
yes.
he's one of the younger brothers.
Yes.
Amen. Is he taller than you?
Of course he is. Yes, he is as tall as you. Yeah. As you know, I am the shortest of the brothers.
Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure. I just want to find out.
Yes. All right. So, Mr. Brown, if you take a minute and just share with our audience a bit about yourself, professional, personal, just a little bit, because we have a bunch of questions that we'd like to ask you. You're muted, sir. You need to unmute.
Yeah. First, want to thank you for the opportunity to be on the Badman Show.
Yes,
It's
sir.
that bold, active, determined, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much.
And of course, I was born in Jamaica. Born in Jamaica, migrated to the United States when I was 15 years of age, and I've been in the United States for over 45 years now.
Wow.
So you do the math, you can basically get the age.
Figure it out, yes.
I finished high school in the U.S. I went to the West Philadelphia High School, graduated as the valedictorian, went on to Drexel University, graduated with a chemical engineer, then moved from a professional standpoint. I actually taught for 3 years. When I couldn't find a job as an engineer, I went into teaching. So I taught for 3 years in the Philadelphia School District. Then moved on to the federal government, where I worked for the U.S. Navy as a civilian, then as a safety engineer, then to the U.S. Army as an environmental engineer. And so I've done over 33 years with the federal government.
Wow.
Looking forward to, as the man says, coming off the plantation at the end of the year. So in December, I will be retiring, in retiring from the federal government. I've always been very active in community activities, and we'll touch on some of those as we go in and get into details. But I've been very active in any type of empowerment activities. Started the West Indian Club when I was in high school in here in the States. Been involved in a lot of drug summits, and I've been engaged in community activities. Over.
That's wonderful.
Beautiful.
So I don't know if they gave you one in the green room to let you know that I'm the guy who asks questions off the cuff.
Okay, no, and that's fine. And I did tell them.
So
Yeah, I did tell them
for
already.
you. Bishop Brown will always tell me how great of a soccer player he is, football player he is. Now, you're a brother. You could tell me, is he really a good footballer, or is he just talking and letting us hear that he's a good footballer?
Yeah, he's a great defender. Yeah, he's a great defender. He was very good. I mean, and I can speak to that. And I mean, you're looking at someone who made the All-Star team as in high school and also played semi-pro. So when I say he's good, it's coming from good source. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that, man. Oh man, that has finally put that to rest.
Makes me shiver. Oh.
They call him Mr. Defender. Nothing passes him. Yeah.
You should mention to him that every now and again they would ask me to come and sub in for them in their semi-pro team, just every now and again. But yeah. All right, overseer, you're satisfied now.
I'm satisfied. I am satisfied now.
So, Mr. Brown, let me jump in here. So, you're the president of a non-profit organization, Give Back Jamaica. Please share a little bit about the name Give Back Jamaica, and then the organization with our audience.
Okay, so Give Back Jamaica. And I have to give credit to Dr. Evelyn Richardson. She's the brainchild of the organization. the name speaks for itself. It's an opportunity for folks that have achieved to be able to give back. And the organization initially, and I would say, started out with a group of alumni from a primary school in Spanish Town called Crescent Primary. And Dr. Evelyn Richardson, she has a serious testimony wherein she saw the struggles that she went through trying to go to school, and based on that, she pulled a couple of alumni together, and it just grew. It took on its own feet, and it just went. It just got, and it got to the point where we were getting calls from all over the world because of some of the things that we've done. So it initially spawned it into an organization, because when you start accepting donations and everything, then you're getting into a legal realm where you have to form an organization to not only protect the folks, but also to protect yourself, because you don't want to, you do not want to be liable for certain things. So that kind of spawned the organization. The organization has only been about a year old right now, but I mean, the organization has done some tremendous things just in the span of a year, where it's getting a lot bigger than they even thought. Now, I never went to Crescent Primary, but I've been engaged in a lot of charitable organizations, and they pulled me in as the president to be able to lead them in that direction. Over.
Could you speak to that last Facebook event that I mentioned earlier?
Okay, so the event that you mentioned earlier was, and it was a school shoe project. And the school that we targeted was Crescent Primary, and it's in the inner city, and the teachers at the school mentioned to us that a lot of the children did not have the proper shoe for school. They did not have the proper shoe for school. A lot of them were coming in flip-flops. A lot of them were in sandals. So we decided to do a school shoe project. We reached out to the teachers, and they provided a list of students to us. It was over 220 students that actually were in need of shoes. Wow. So these were students that needed shoes to go to school. And we started doing the fundraising, and we initially decided to, let's purchase the shoes here, bring them down. But then we decided that it would be a lot better if we worked with a distributor down there, a local distributor, so we could keep the funding within the country, stimulate the economy. And we partnered with an outfit called Sammy Shoes. And Sammy Shoes has been around since I was in Jamaica. Sammy Shoes make your feet better or something today. That's their logo. And we partnered with them, and we got so it was good in the sense that they benefit, and we also benefit because they were also able to support the initiative. So and it turned out very good, where we actually ended up donating over 250 pairs of shoes. But wow. The good thing about it was this: it wasn't as if we provided the shoes and gave it to the students. We had the salesperson. They came in and fitted every individual, so we knew that the shoe that they got was going to be fitted. They were fitted. So it wasn't just here's a pair of shoe. This is a pair of shoe. No, it was. You come in, you get fitted. We went to Sammy's, to the warehouse, and we choose the shoes based on the children being fitted.
Now, couple things. One is did Sammy help you out and also and say, okay, we normally give you retail, but we're going to give you this price instead. We're going to take
Exactly. Sammy gave us the wholesale price.
Oh wow!
Which was the price that they paid for it. So nothing on the top. And the gentleman, because we actually spoke to the owner. There's about 5 branches in the island, and he actually said, had it not been for COVID, then he would have done better. But this is a yearly or an annual initiative, so we will be doing it again next year.
That's going to be my second part of my question, right? Is it something you're going to do annually? So that's great, but that's only for that school in that area, right?
That school, Crescent Primary, at this time. Now, I have to tell you that we have received numerous calls,
of course,
from other schools saying, "Hey,
what about us?
What about us?" Now the thing is, you're not going to be able to help the world, but if you can have an impact somehow, that's always a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is definitely. So, what motivated you to become involved in this life-changing organization? What kind of brought you to it, other than the fact that your heart? But what else motivated you?
Well, one of the things that is a motivator for me is it's some people struggle to determine what their calling is, and while others basically say, yeah, this is what I know. It wasn't the organization that motivated me. It was me knowing what it feels like to have nothing. So I can tell you that you're looking at someone that I was going to school. I had one uniform, one pair of uniform. You wear it on Monday, you wear it on Tuesday, you wash it Tuesday night, you get up, you iron it so you can wear it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even with the shoe, I mean, you're looking at, you've got one pair of shoe and your best friend is the shoemaker, because every year you would either try to resole it, so it's knowing what it has to feel, and to be able to give back, so that's one of the things that has really motivated me in all the different charitable activities and organizations that I'm a part of, is knowing what it feels to have nothing. And that kind of motivates me, that drives me. That's what gives me the drive to actually go out and help. Over.
Wow. So please, just as a segue, please, everyone, don't forget to subscribe and like and share us with your friends and individuals. We want to make sure that you spread the word about the Badman4Christ Show. And also, please write your questions or comments down for Brother Hopton, and we're going to get those out to him today live. So write your questions down, and he'll be able to answer them for you. And so if you just got on, if you just came on, we're talking to Brother Hopton Brown, and he is a member of the, I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the.
Give Back Jamaica.
Give Back Jamaica.
Give Back Jamaica. So Mr. Brown, yes, you mentioned that you're a part of other charitable. Can you speak to what are some of the other initiatives that you're involved with, and how they relate to Give Back Jamaica? In addition to that, if you could just use some PR, just in case there's somebody out there that would like to participate. And you have a powerful testimony when you says you know what it feels like. If you could even share a little bit of that in respect with some of the other initiatives that you have.
Well, I mean, at that school, we do have several other initiatives. One, we have a program that is a transportation. Wherein we get someone to sponsor a child. They'll sponsor the transportation to and from school, and also we've got a program that's called the Belly Full program, which sponsors a child lunch for the entire week, for the entire month. So those are two of the initiatives. We've got the One Child, One Desk, and that is an initiative that we're working at, still within Give Back Jamaica, the Give Back Jamaica program. But some of the other organizations that I work with or I'm a member, the Peace and Love Academic Scholarship, and that's the president is your good friend, Mr. Ruler Brown. I'm a board member on his organization, and the Peace and Love Academic Scholarship Palace has provided over 1,100 scholarships for almost 10 years. So I'm a board member of that organization. I'm also a board member, but hasn't been very active in the Read Across Jamaica Foundation. That's an organization that works with work with over 30 schools. I've been a board member for that, and we haven't really been as active in the past, but we provide books and we do a lot of reading activities in school. I'm president of the Dixon Foundation, which is bringing baseball into Jamaica. So there's quite a few activities,
Wow.
a lot of activities, But like I said, I always knew that my calling was to work with children. Yes, sir.
Brother Brown, you just said to bring baseball to Jamaica. Well, you just can't skip over that. Make it just bring. You got that. Well, you got to talk about that one because we're in America. And baseball is the American pastime, and I know, being Jamaican, that baseball is not the Jamaican pastime. How is that going?
It is. It has actually gone good. We worked with about 6 schools in St. Thomas, and we were supposed to start a league in St. Thomas, and this was during COVID. So, I mean, the president of the organization is a Jamaican who played for the San Francisco Giants. His name is Mr. Andrew Dixon. I'm the chairperson of the organization. As a matter of fact, there is a tournament this weekend in Palm Beach, Florida, where Meet the World, and there's going to be teams from all over the world. Mr. Dixon will be one of the coach representing the Jamaica, and I will be down there as the chairperson. So that has actually taken on some legwork because, of course, we know cricket. So
I'm about to say that
we know cricket, and but the thing about it, bringing the baseball to Jamaica is another avenue to help the youth in Jamaica have an opportunity to be able to excel and to be able to, it says find a way out. You know about the track and field, so we're trying to create some another avenue and utilize baseball.
Wow. So I want to see their look on their face when they got that skinny bat and they had to hold it up above their shoulders, hissing it down. I would have loved to have seen that, but all right.
Again, we're if anyone have any questions, please by all means drop them in, and we'll be happy to enter. One of the things, as you've been kind of leaning on education, speak to your experience of it being educated in Jamaica. Not just a tidbit to give a perspective to our American viewers, and also to some of our Jamaican viewers as well.
Well, from an education standpoint, I will say that Jamaica is really versed in the English system. Very good when it comes to science and math. And actually, my challenge when I came to the States was really English. English. In Jamaica, a lot of the students, I think, well, I was one, are very good at memorizing. In the United States, it's more comprehension. So and that has changed over the years. But from a technical standpoint, I do recall that coming to America, I mean, I was way advanced in math and way advanced in science. And even though I had finished high school in Jamaica, Because I finished high school when I was 15 years of age in Jamaica. I came back and did 2 years in the United States, but it kind of worked out good because, as I mentioned, I was valedictorian, so I got a couple scholarships, and it kind of helped going through college.
Not to mention, also, I wanted to quickly tip. Even though we're brothers, we went to school on the same street, but I was on the other side. I was on St. George's. He was Kingston College. We were just. I was in the more affluent school. He was in the regular.
Yeah, and it's very affluent. Yeah, and I wanted to go to George's, and I was very I was very upset when I Kingston College. But what I found out is that the alumni from Kingston College they say a lot. You know that's it's as if they're a clique. You know as Kingston College being a graduate. Kind of wholesome status. I just wanted to answer Tricia Brown regarding the baseball. Yes, it's for both male and female, and it's we kind of geared it towards primary school students.
Over. Well, interestingly, you should also drop in that one of the great preachers that we have here, Bishop Noel Jones, is an alumni of your school.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yes. Yeah.
All right. And if people don't know, they both went to the same United States University at Drexel. I noticed there's a Drexel there. You both went to Drexel.
I studied electrical engineer though. He was
right. Yeah. He was chemical.
I was chemical. Yes, but I can also tell you that my sister went to Drexel. Both sisters went to Drexel.
Jesus. What is it? Drexel was the school? Drexel must have been the school. I guess it's one of the top engineering schools in the country. So I guess that's
well. Our youngest brother, he didn't go to Drexel, but what he did was he made sure his daughter. just in case he's listening, we want to chime in him as well.
Add him in there. Yeah. Add him in there. Well, Brother Hope, I have this question. So, how has this involvement in this organization, and I guess you've kind of been answering it, but how has it affected your life today? How has it changed your life or rearranged your life?
Well, what I can tell you, it's opened up a lot of doors. Because what I found out is that people on a whole, they have this altruistic nature, and people want to give naturally. Trust me, folks want to give, but you have to provide the right avenue for them. I mean, I have I've done a lot of things. We've helped students who needed funding to take the exams. So there's a lot of opportunities. So it kind of gives you, it gives you the joy when you can help someone. That's we do a lot of things behind the scenes. We're not asking for the praise and everything because it's what you get on the inside, because you're doing something that gives you that satisfaction. So it doesn't matter if you get the pump and the pride. It's the impact that you have in assisting or helping humanity or someone in need.
Amen.
Excellent. I want to kind of pivot this conversation a little bit differently now. I want to speak to your involvement in radio. You've been a radio personality. Speak to us in the activity at Drexel. At that Drexel, I remember that you have that annual marathon, that reggae stuff. How did you get involved in that, and how was that channel channel you into different line of charitable participation?
So I went to got to Drexel 1979, and yeah, within 6 months, I was a member of the student radio station, the organization. I was the music director. Started a radio show on the station. In a couple of years, I ended up being the program director. So being able to program, and the reggae marathon, actually, that it is actually transfer started based on Gilbert. When Gilbert hit Jamaica, we did a marathon to be able to collect canned goods and everything over the radio. So the station gave us an extended amount of, I think it was over 60 hours, 64 hours of nonstop radio, where we were able to get canned goods, donations to address the storm, Gilbert storm. I mean, it was just the other day we had the 50th anniversary, and I was able to pull out the triangle to show the article in there with us doing that marathon. But what the radio did for me, it actually made me a known entity. Growing up in Jamaica, I did not think that I would be, a known entity, especially in a city like Philadelphia, where everybody knows me, and you're able to reach out to just about everyone, and to be so that helps in a lot of ways, because you have some type of a pull to be able, and your word means something, so you can. I've been board on the Jamaica diaspora. I've worked on a lot of different organization. Team Jamaica Bickle, you probably heard of that, supporting the students that comes to Penn National.
It was matter of fact, the big deal was actually we came in fifth, so it wasn't that bad in our heat. We came in fifth. There's if you've ever been to the Penn Ace, if everybody doesn't know what the Penn Ace is, it's the biggest college high school meet. It's college and high school meet on the East Coast. There is none bigger than the Penn Relays. Teams from all over the country, teams from different countries, especially Jamaica, come and race. And the high school teams that normally come from Jamaica have this aura about them that they are the best. They are the best. So this one year, I remember it was. I hope this back, so I'm gonna let him get talk real quick. It was a Jamaican team versus a team, a high school team, supposed to be the best team in California. And I'm telling you, there was a lot of noise in that crowd. Two brothers, they bet $1,000. I'm hearing it. This is when I just went to the meeting. This after my running days. They bet $1,000. Jamaica versus this California high school team. And my God, you should have heard the Jamaican when Jamaica won. You should have heard him. He just said everything you possibly could say. Put it down here. Put it down. I don't want it in my hand. Put it down on the chair. All this stuff. I was like, oh my God. It was a great race. It was tight. But it's tough, man. Tough being Jamaicans. I don't know what we drink, but whatever it is. The 4x4. Ooh. It's not easy. But go ahead. I'm sorry, you're back.
Well, as Mr. Usain Bolt would say, it's the yam and the banana. That's what he said.
Overseas, we got a question from Mark.
Oh yes, Mr. Brody. He's asking. We're gonna. This was one of our questions too. How can someone donate to this organization? What's the contact information, or how can they get in touch with you or whoever needs to be able to donate? Now, Mark is not a Jamaican. Mark is a pseudo-Jamaican who loves the Jamaican food.
Oh, he loves the food.
Loves Jamaican food. Whenever I have Mark around, Jamaican food. So Mark is not Jamaican, but he wants to donate. So we are so glad that Mark, who is a pseudo-Jamaican, who is saying, "I want to help donate."
No. If we can pull them in with the food, the oxtail and the jerk chicken, we'll take it.
That's all you got to say to Mark Brody is that he will donate.
Okay, but so as I would say, we do have the Facebook page, which is Give Back Jamaica Inc. Our website, like I said, it's a new organization, is under construction. givebackjamaica@gmail.com. and there is an internet radio show that occurs every Sunday 8 p.m. On Eastern Standard Time, CaribbeanRadioshow.com, and that focuses on the Give Back Jamaica organization and the activities. From phone number, there's two phone numbers. My phone number is 215 888 8432. Once again, that's 215 888 8432. And I have a number for Dr. Evelyn Richardson, and her number is, let me see if I can pull it up right now. Evelyn Richardson, and her number is 540-353-4441. So once again, that's 540-353-4441. So those are the contact numbers, but the easiest one may be sending an email to givebackjamaica@gmail.com. And of course, we'd like folks to take a look at our Facebook page. The website is under construction. It's going to be givebackjamaica.com. It's kind of still under construction. CaribbeanRadioshow.com is where you can go in, and we stream every Sunday every Sunday and talked about some of the activities for Give Back Jamaica.
Yeah, and our producers will grab that information and have that available on our website as well, so that we can actually share with our guests as well. And so, Mr. Brown, this has been a great conversation. I would truly appreciate it. Miss Brodus, as I call overseer. Miss, you want to take that?
She was just saying that yes, that this is the daughter of Mark Brodus. He said yes. My dad automatically developed a Jamaican accent after he eats some patties.
Okay, that's good.
We're just confirming Mark's love for the Jamaican food. Yes.
Yeah. We truly appreciate that. So we would truly appreciate you coming on and being a guest of ours. As I just wanted to emphasize again a little bit on that radio person. Are you still involved? And how much time do you dedicate towards your radio show activities?
Well, radio is an opportunity to reach back, and it's an opportunity to also get folks that are doing good things, so you can give them a platform. Drexel University, for the past 3 to 4 years, I have not done a show, but they had the 50th anniversary, and I went down to do a show because I was also a part of the group that's called the Black Experience in Music. Because when I went on the radio station, my first show was not a reggae show; it was a jazz show. So I was in the group that's called the Black Experience in Music, and jazz, blues, So initially they were the ones that started the radio station. So I went and I did it. I started out doing a show. So I did a show for the 50th anniversary, and they said, hey, maybe you should come back. So I do a recorded show where I play some jazz and reggae. On the CRS radio, which is an internet radio station, I do have a Wednesday show, but the show that we focus on, which is primarily talk show, and we talk about activities, is the show, the Give Back Jamaica show on Sundays at 8 p.m.
So we would love for you to whenever you get on to mention the Badman4Christ
definitely
so we can actually share audiences as well.
That's good.
And of course if Mrs. Richardson is available, we would also love to have her to come to share with our audience in on this on the Give Back America from her perspective as the organizer. Yeah.
No, and I will reach out to her. She should be listening now, and I'll reach out to her, and I know she will definitely welcome the opportunity to be able to give her opinions.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, she has some strong testimony of the things that she went through as a child. Like I said, she's very passionate about it, and I'm telling you that she may come on your show and there may be a couple tears. She's very emotional too about some of the things that she went through as a child. Over.
Yeah, and definitely please keep us informed of the dates, so that way we can mention the dates when they come up, so that people don't miss certain things that they're looking for to donate and to do certain things. So if they don't catch the radio show, or they don't catch any of your information you're giving out that way, we can kind of put it out there. Don't forget this. And our time's running, but I didn't want to ask this one question. I wish I should have asked it before. But what is in the next 5 years, where do you want to see this grow to? Where do you want to see this Give Back Jamaica grow to? I know you're doing the shoe drive, you're doing some things there, but where do you want to see it going in your 30 seconds of where do you want to see it in 5 years?
Well, it's already growing further than I initially had thought it would be in a small amount of time. So it has gotten to the point right now where we had to kind of step back and, because it was, when something is moving faster than you can plan, and it's moved. But what we really would like to do is to see where we can move into other schools, and do other initiatives, and to the point where we can actually bring other individuals and other organization in, because as I mentioned, we're not able to do it alone, but I mean, if we can at least get the template that has worked for us, we'll share it with others, so they can go out and be a blessing to others.
Well, Mr. Brown, thank you so much. Overseer, another great show, another great guest, and we truly appreciate you taking the time to be. And to our audience, thank you so much again for joining the Badman Show for Christ. This is Bishop Paul, Overseer Rupert. We're signing out. Overseer?
I just want to say thank you so much, Brother Holton. We appreciate you. And don't forget, Kamala Harris is half Jamaican.
Yes.
Hit her up.
Yes,
let her know
yes.
Do it. She got to push it too.
Okay.
Everybody, Patrick Ewing's Jamaican, Shaquille O'Neal's part Jamaican. Go get them. Go.
So sing hallelujah, revive us again. So sing hallelujah, revive us again. Badman4Christ, like a fever, refugees. To the end, to the end, to the end, to the end. We out.